What does it look like to have faith when you're still bleeding?
Yeah. Like, how do we still believe when we're in the in between?
Yeah. Yeah. My first answer would be that your faith is less about the healing. And your hope is not so much in the healing, but your faith and your hope is in God.
Yeah.
So when your faith and your hope is in God, it can't be quenched. No one can take that, because God is alive, God is living, God is eternal. So your hope is eternal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm in the fire. Throw me in the fire.
Because he's the fourth man in the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because my God will save me, and if he decides not to, I will not bow down to you. You know, throw me in the lion's den. Do whatever to my body, right?
You can't break my soul.
You can break my soul. You can't. We must fear the one who has power over our soul.
That part. Can you talk about what is the difference? Because you know me, so you know I struggle sometimes with big words. What is the difference? And it's not a big word in how it's written, but it's a big word.
It's a big dive.
Deep dive. Okay, what's the difference between faith and hope?
Okay. Yeah, those are big words, actually. Very big words.
Very big words.
What is the difference between faith and hope? Wow. I mean, I always go back to the definition of Hebrews 11:1. Faith is confidence in what you hope for, assurance in what you do not see. And so faith and hope are so closely intertwined. Mm-hmm. So it's like they're kind of like one and the same. But how I would define it based on what I know from Scripture, faith is when you're confident, you take action. You see it. People see that. It's not a questionable thing if someone's confident in a certain thing, because they live like it. And so when you have faith, you live like it.
Yeah.
You live like you have faith. You are confident in who God is and who you are in God, and what God is doing in your life, regardless of what's happening, right? You're confident. And hope is, I'm like trying to think of a biblical definition. I'm thinking there's a scripture in Isaiah where it talks about hope. But from what I can gather, what I know in Scripture, hope is waiting on God. So it's an active waiting. A lot of people think, let me just wait on the Lord is just be still and you don't do anything. And you are your hope, as I was saying earlier, off camera, hope that is deferred makes the heart sick.
Yeah.
And it makes the heart sick because your hope is in something else. So when something else is deferred, you're sad, and that's a part of human nature. So that's gonna happen, But the constant reminder is that our hope is in God, who doesn't ever defer. He's never deferred. He's just here. He's present. He's ever present. So that's what I would say the difference is. I guess faith is confidence, action, life. People see it, it's obvious. Yeah. And hope is maybe your outlook. It's always outward. Yeah. It's always outward, because when your hope is outward, it's in God, and it's not in a certain. Because anything that we have hope for on this earth is small. Everything, a relationship, a career, all of it's fleeting. Money, whatever it is, it's all fleeting. So it's not out. It's very in, because it's very in your own little life, in your own little world. Yes. But when you have
your
hope
own little corner,
right, in my own little chair. Yeah, that's what hope in anything but God looks like. So that's what I would say the difference is.
Because I think that's such an important conversation to have too. Because how often do we say that my faith is being tried when it's really our hope? Right? Because the old folks used to say that faith is I know that I know that I know that I know. Right? But sometimes I think we can confuse the two, and we get disappointed with God when it's really our hope that needs to be at his feet. It's our hope that we need to really bring to him.
Yeah,
right? Because we know God's character.
Right.